Hello, my name is Steffan Hill, and I was a dock fodder from 1990 until 1992, which means that it's almost been 20 years since I completed the course and started my career as a bona fide photographer. Why did I want to go to Newport in the first place? I guess I had just completed 2 years doing a national diploma in photography up in Cheshire, and I wanted to further my education in photography, and I had originally wanted to go and do another course, a general advertising editorial course, and I didn't get into that college, and so I spent a year reassessing really what I wanted to do and which direction I wanted to go in, and then I learned about Newport and the documentary course there and the whole David Hearn thing and Magnum, and I thought, wow, that really sounds like perfect for me. So I decided to apply for Newport, and nothing else would do. It was Newport or nothing, Newport or bust. So I applied, had my interview with Clive and Daniel, which was terribly scary for somebody who was only 19 at the time. And I was told that it was a very mature course, and that the average age was 27, and I was quite young. So I came out of the interview really not knowing whether I had been successful or not. However, Clive rang me up a couple of weeks later and said, "Welcome aboard. If you still want to come," which was like, yes, please. So started in October 1990. I have to say I really enjoyed my time in Newport. I loved it, in fact, and I loved everything about it, everything about the course. I was, like I say, one of the youngest on the course. I think the second youngest in my year. And I obviously struggled a little bit with maturity and not being quite as grown up as some of the people. I remember all the different modules in the first year: person at work, relationships, everything else. I remember the workshops we had with visiting photographers like Martin Power, David Hearn. He had actually stopped being a full-time lecturer there the year. His last year was a year below me, so unfortunately we didn't get him as a full-time lecturer, but we still had Clive and Daniel and Paul Rees and various visiting ex-students that kind of taught us a lot about the real life of being a photographer. 2 years on, and when I graduated from the course, I moved to London with a few of my fellow dock fodders, and we all essentially shifted our student house from Newport to London. Rog Sargent, Alex Livesey, Jimmy Gaston, myself set up shop, and I think we all did pretty good. I spent the next 15 years working in London, which is obviously very tough, but truly believe that having been to Newport massively opened doors for me, and as well as taught me a good starting point to further my career. So I pretty much spent 15 years working for newspapers and magazines. I find myself doing less and less documentary stuff. I kind of, find myself moving more into portraiture. And 5 years ago, I moved back to my hometown of Belfast, where I now specialise in publicity stills for film and television. And I think Newport greatly prepared me for the challenge of being a photographer. I've done it now like I say, for 20 years, and so they must have been doing something right. So yeah, I wish them every success with this exhibition, and I look forward to seeing what all my other fellow doc fathers have been up to, and their body of work. And thank you for helping me become a photographer.